Hello and welcome to the Daily Mill for Monday, the 13th of October 2025. In today's Millwall news, we have the loan roundup from the southernnews.co.uk. Mill goalkeeper starts as Hartlepool United spare blushes with late equaliser. Yes, but they ended up firing the manager. And more on that as we read the story. George Evans started between the sticks as Hartlepool United scored a late equaliser to salvage a replay in their FA Cup fourth qualifying round tie away against Gainsborough Trinity on Saturday. The Pools, currently 12th in the National League, conceded in the first half when defender Lewis Bootroyd turned in across to give the 7th tier side a surprise lead. Evans denied a well-struck free kick to keep his side in the match before Nathan Ferguson's long-range effort deflected off Trinity keeper David Robson and into his own net to level the score late on. Hartlepool parted ways with manager Simon Grayson the following day. Yes, because you have a National League team and they could only manage, they limped over the line to get a draw against a team that was several leagues below them. Player coach Nicky Featherstone, assisted by Elliot Dickman and Adam Smith, was appointed interim manager. The Pools will host the replay on Tuesday evening, so tomorrow. Adam Mayer featured in Cambridge United's past two games after being named their Player of the Month for September. Mayer was substituted on at half-time as the U's beat Luton Town 3-1 in their first Virtu Trophy group stage match last Tuesday. That's the Football League trophy. The 20-year-old started for Neil Tarraside on Saturday in their 2-0 league loss to Shrewsbury Town. And Cambridge are now 11th in League 2. Alfie Massey did not feature in Wealdstone's comfortable 5-1 win over Whitstable Town in the FA Cup fourth qualifying round as he continues to recover from injury. And we have more on that from the Loanwatch from millfc.co.uk, which is the official Mill website. So they have all that stuff. But then they have Alfie Massey faces a layoff from his loan at Wealdstone after undergoing surgery on an injury sustained whilst with the Stones. So, surgery. Pretty, that's a big thing to cut you open. You say it's minor surgery. Well, it's minor surgery when you're not the one going under the knife. They're literally getting a knife and cutting you open. So, yeah. I imagine that's a minimum, 1, 2, 3 months at least. So, will he be back before January? Don't know. If he comes back after January, will he go back to Wealdstone? Because he's been very good there. He's been impressing there. Will a League 2 team come in for him? Don't know, but interesting to see. And here are the games coming up this week. Cambridge United versus Bromley. So obviously Adam Mayer was on loan at Bromley at the end of last season. So that's an interesting one there. That's on Saturday. Again, Alfie Massey won't be involved in that game there. And you've got George Evans playing tomorrow in the Hartlepool United in the Emirates FA Cup fourth qualifying round replay. And the first round draw was today, so I don't know if that gives them any motivation to try and win that game. I don't know. I just skimmed through the draw. I didn't see the Hartlepool one. Now, moving on to this. From bbc.co.uk. News, not sport, news. Before adult diagnosis, I saw my football career as a failure. ADHD. But they don't put the dots, so it's adult. Right. Do you recognise that? That man there. Do you recognise that? That is Mark Phillips. Mark Phillips. Former Millwall player. A former professional footballer has spoken out about his adult ADHD diagnosis to raise awareness of the condition. Mark Phillips, who played for Southend United, Millwall, Brentford and AFC Wimbledon, was diagnosed earlier this year at the age of 43. He said he had always known he was different in some kind of way, and in the past it had manifested itself negatively. You compare yourself to others, you become different characters trying to fit in. Before I got diagnosed, I saw my career as a failure, which is quite a sad thing to say. A recent Professional Footballers Association survey suggested 60% of footballers who have a neurodiversity condition will not feel comfortable telling their club. Phillips agrees that it could be a difficult decision. As a footballer, as a young footballer, striving to be in a team and trying to cement my career as a solid first team player, I don't think I would have said I had it. There's always that worry in the back of your head, so I think that 60%, it's probably higher. Some sports people who have said that they have ADHD. Simone Biles, Adam Peaty, Bubba Watson, Dean Windass. Again, but I think that he was diagnosed post-career. James Haskell, Jermaine Pennant, Sir Lewis Hamilton, Lucy Bronze, Michael Phelps, and Nicola Adams. And that is according to the ADHD UK group. Through his website, the ND Footballer, Phillips said he wanted to encourage more openness on a subject rarely talked about in men's football. He said he had been inspired by England and Chelsea star Lucy Bronze and Manchester United and Wales goalkeeper Sophia Middleton-Patel, who had both spoken publicly about their diagnoses of neurodiversity conditions. I think it's amazing. I think that vulnerability that the women are showing is such a human characteristic that we can all kind of buy into it. We all struggle to express our weakness, our vulnerabilities, but actually, what I've learned is that they're actually strengths. It's so powerful, these players, sports people, to be role models for other people who are struggling, and you can look at them and think, they did it, why can't I? Neurodiversity refers to the natural variation in how people think, learn, and process information. This includes individuals with conditions such as autism, ADHD, dyslexia, and dyspraxia. Understanding these differences is key to ensuring that neurodivergent athletes and coaches can thrive in sports clubs, school sport, and competitive environments. ADHD has a persistent pattern of inattention and/or hyperactivity and impulsivity. It affects a person's ability to focus, control impulses, and manage their energy levels. So there you go. That was interesting, wasn't it? And this is Mark Phillips's website. What that he was talking about there, the ND footballer, the neurodivergent footballer. And he's got a little video that we're going to play now, 50 seconds.
My name is Mark Phillips, and I was a professional footballer for over 20 years. Through my own experience of living with neurodiversity, I realised just how many people are struggling, often not knowing they're neurodivergent or without having the knowledge or tools to manage it. ADHD and other forms of neurodivergence can leave people feeling overwhelmed, stuck, or like they're constantly playing catch up in life. I know that feeling because I've been there myself. That's why I created the Neurodivergent Footballer, to provide guidance, strategies and support for people just like you. Our mission is to help other neurodivergent minds understand themselves better, to develop practical tools and build the confidence to thrive not just in sport, but in every area of life. With the right support, neurodivergence isn't a barrier, it's a strength waiting to be unlocked that makes you beautifully you.
So there you go, that's that. And they've got resources and stuff, so I don't know if this is of interest to anyone out there. But interesting stuff. He's on YouTube, the ND Footballer, at the ND Footballer. He's on Instagram and on TikTok. So there you go. Now we're going to finish by reminding everyone that this whole of in the calendar, the international break, will be over in 4 days, 14 hours, 49 minutes, and 15 seconds. And that's when we get back to it. And on that note, thank you for watching, and goodbye.